Hey guys, this is John, and I'm playing Bubacik in the 3-minute pool on ICC. So Bubacik from Serbia is 2168, and a little bit faster game. I just entered both the 3 and the 5-minute pools, just because the action on ICC is a little bit slow today. So I'm just trying to give myself an opportunity to play in either pool. So I'm going knight a6, and I'm going to put the knight on c7, and then look for undermining attempts like e6 or b5. Kind of tempted to play e6 right here. I'm going to play a6, however, and maybe he'll play a5 to really discourage me from pushing the b pawn. It's an interesting setup that this guy has chosen, because you don't see like bishop g5 and queen d2 against this setup a lot. I guess I'll go here and harass the light square bishop. Ooh, I had knight takes e4. I did not even see that move. Just kind of instinctively reached for my rook. So now he's probably thinking like, oh, how do I defend everything? He probably has to take on f6 if he doesn't want me playing knight takes e4 next move, because, yeah, like bishop d3 would run into knight takes e4. Maybe could play queen e2. Queen e2 might not be that bad. So, okay, he opts for the capture on f6. Bishop d7, take on b2. All of these are good moves, I think. How about bishop d7? I like that. Just attacking the knight. That's a very awkward piece for him at the moment. So after he plays knight c3, which I think is forced, then I can play rook takes b2. That's what I'm thinking. He's not going to take on a6. Let's go bishop b5, shall we? This somewhat blocks in my rook on b2, but yeah, I don't see a way for him to trap it, so I think this is completely fine. b4 comes to mind. c4 also comes to mind. I'd like to get this rook out of here, so like queen b8. I think b4 is probably the safest thing to do. Rook a7 is actually pretty annoying, now that I think about it. What about rook b4? Does that make sense? Yeah, let's go rook b4. So at least now my bishop is hitting a1, so he can't double up so easily, and I'm blocking the queen from coming to a5. So I'm thinking like do this and then play rook a4, see if I can get him to trade. That would be great, because I would have a pass pawn here. I was about to say protected pass pawn, but it's not. It's not a protected pass pawn. I wonder if he can win this pawn. He can go bishop c2 or maybe queen d1 to start, try to force it forward. I do have rook a8 to protect it. Yeah, and if he wants to attack it again, he might have to lose the c3 pawn. Plays queen e2. I can just take on c3, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, hit his rook. If rook a3, I could play knight b5. Okay, so now let's just go a3. Looks good. Yeah, he's getting a little bit desperate at the moment. I think I'm just going to take... Maybe not. Yeah, let's take. Taking looks totally good. And then do this. And I'm hitting the rook on a2, in addition to offering a convenient queen trade. And if he trades queens and then plays bishop e4, I would have e6 in that position. Okay, queen d4 looks good. Just bullying him with a queen trade. He pretty much can never trade queens. Okay, I just gave him my a3 pawn for no good reason. He didn't take it. Queen c3, does that work? Queen c3, offer a trade. Yes, let's do it. Attack the bishop as well. And now maybe knight b4. Yeah, just making sure he doesn't have any, like, bishop takes f7, something or other. Okay, let's go here. The bishop's, like, basically trapped now. Does have bishop a4. Okay, let's do this. And then we're going to take his rook on a1 when he takes back. Don't think there's any, like, perpetual
check,
anything like that. Yeah, we'll just queen. He's persistent. Time's good. I can win this with the time situation, so he resigned. Okay, little bit sloppy at the beginning, if only because I missed that knight takes e4 move. I'm also not convinced I responded to his setup in the best way. So this is a line I've played before. At this moment here, usually I see bishop e2 or bishop b5 check. Bishop b5 check is probably the better of those two moves.
Check.
The idea is to try to disrupt black's natural flow of development. So here I have to put a piece on d7, and whichever piece I put, it's going to disrupt how I develop my remaining minor pieces. So often like knight bd7 will be played, and then white goes a4, which is prophylaxis against black going a6 and then b5. And yeah, I think white has a reasonable game. I think they have an advantage, actually, slight advantage. Nothing major, but in my experience playing this position, it's always a little tricky to play black in these Benoni setups with the knight on c3 and the pawn back on c2. That's one of the distinguishing features of this line versus the regular Benoni, by the way. I think they call this line the Schmid Benoni. Basically, white's pawn is not on c4, and their knight is on c3, which you think would be a deficiency because it blocks it. But that's not always the case. White's development is a little bit quicker in this line, too, I've noticed. So also, there's like not e6 and e takes d5 going on, although there could be, I suppose. But compared to a normal Benoni, that doesn't happen so often. Yeah, so he played h3. h3 is a good move just to restrict my light square bishop. Oftentimes in the Benoni, black will be looking to play bishop g4 and then take on f3 so that this knight can come to d7 and they don't have a piece blocked in. Again, the coordination issue. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything more aggressive. Like bishop g5, whenever I see early developments of the dark square bishop for white and d4 openings, like I'm always tempted to try to attack the b2 pawn. So I wonder if a move like queen b6 is not half bad here. Although it's pretty easy for him to defend, like rook b1 or something. So, not sure. Knight a6, queen d2. I brought my knight back to c7. So the benefit of doing this versus bringing the knight directly to d7 is that I keep open the d7 square for the bishop, maybe. Also, a lot of times black fianchettos the light square bishop too, for lack of a better square. And then rook b8 is preparing b5. Yep, and here after knight a4, we both spaced on the fact that black can play knight takes e4. We both spaced on that move for a single move. I still played a pretty good move, rook b4. Yeah, and after this, I think black has a clear advantage. I've got the two bishops, and also I'm winning a pawn. I wonder if I have anything better in this position right here. The engine likes bishop d7, says it's good. Attack the knight, force it back. Rook takes b2, I think I played this okay. Rook a7. That move was a little annoying because he can try to double up. And he's almost using my rook on b2 as cover. Otherwise, the bishop would be influencing that square. See, c4 is a strong move. I was thinking about c4. I was just a little hesitant to commit to c4 or b4 because I thought if I play b4, I didn't like that his bishop gains more scope. It does keep the queen out of a5, though. And c4, I was a little bit worried about like weakening the d4 square. So I chose a middle ground option in not moving those pawns at all for the moment, playing rook b4 instead. Yeah, I suppose rook b3 would also be very good. Attack the c3 pawn. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, and seems like after bishop takes c3, it's just a matter of converting the advantage. I think I'm okay with the way I played it. Although he could have won my a3 pawn. Yeah, like right here. For no apparent reason, I just allowed him to take on a3, but he didn't do it. So yeah, knight b5, or maybe a move like queen c3 is good here. Pin his bishop to his queen and also defend a3. So knight d5, you can see the engine still thinks I'm fairly easily winning, even if he does play rook takes a3, but he should definitely take the opportunity to eliminate that pawn. Queen c3 was kind of nifty, insisting on a queen trade. Yeah, and many ways to win at this point. Rook takes a4. Before I did rook takes a4, I just checked to make sure that, like, in this case, he doesn't have some sort of random perpetual, something with queen a8 or queen e8, but
check.
this play just fizzles out pretty quickly. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that 3-minute game against Bubacik. And please leave me any feedback in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later.